Dear our respected and beloved Agaw Media followers, how are you? Agaw Media continues to provide with reliable, timely information. To ensure that Agaw Media remains a good source of information for you, we ask for your support. If you are new to Agaw Media, please share, like and subscribe to help spread the information to many. Now let's dive directly into the commentary presented by Work Debasu. Does education lead to fundamental changes? Look at Deputy PM Temesgen Tirune and Professor Getinet Tadele. Commentary by Work Debasu. Today's commentary reflects on several political and intellectual figures in order to stimulate discussion about the forces that shape human behavior, ethical responsibility, and the courage to stand for truth. With sincere respect and acknowledgement, this discussion considers the following individuals. 1. Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Tirune. Mr. Temesgen Tirune is presented here as a figure characterized by principle, confidence, ethical awareness, and grounding in factual reality. His conduct has been notably consistent in this regard, both during his regional presidency and in his current federal political appointment. In my view, he not only possesses profound confidence, but is also deeply principled and oriented toward factual truth. Principles do not require identical political views, religion, or ethnicity in order to be upheld and applied. Rather, they depend on similarity of circumstances and anticipated or actual consequences. Unlike the chanting of false slogans accompanied by mob crowds against reality, standing for truth, human dignity and justice is very costly in a country like Ethiopia, where so-called intellectuals often lack the basic academic backbone required to uphold human dignity, equality, and social justice. Mr. Temesgen's position, relatively steadfast in standing for facts against considerable odds, drew my attention and prompted me to compile this commentary. For instance, his stance in the Agaw case is demonstrated through his clear acknowledgement of Agaw history and contributions. In a nation where Agaw heritage has long been buried and suppressed, nearly to the point of disappearance, standing alongside historically oppressed communities requires extraordinary self-realization. He appears to possess such qualities, though a full exploration of this lies beyond the scope of the present discussion. 2. Dr. Desalegn Chain. Desalegn Chain is among the few opposition members in Parliament who has become a strong voice for the people of Bahir Dar, Amhara people who elected him. Regardless of the ultimate accuracy of his complaints, he has demonstrated a willingness to discharge his responsibilities as a member of Parliament. His role is important not only for his constituents, but also for the broader democratic development of the country. While he demonstrates a basic confidence in speaking out, this commentary argues that he lacks consistent principle and ethical clarity. For instance, in breach of fundamental principles and ethics, Dr. Desalegn and his party were alleged to have been involved in a conspiracy to silence Mr. Alameriu Yurdaw of Shengo, as he attempted to speak about the Agaw genocide at a joint conference of opposition parties in 2024 and 2025. Trekker. Professor Getinet Tadele. In stark contrast, Getinet Tadele, Sema Tirune, and Yilkal Kefale are portrayed as figures demonstrating a troubling absence of consistent principle, moral courage, ethical clarity, intellectual integrity, and independent judgment. It is important to begin by acknowledging Professor Getinet's positive contributions as an intellectual and community actor. He has been widely recognized for securing international grants to construct school and provide educational materials, including the establishment of at least one elementary school in Ayehu or Ayogogsa, an achievement community members regard as meaningful. Yet these contributions stand in painful contradiction to his conduct as a parliamentarian. Elected in 2021 to represent Ayo or Ayehu Gogsa Woreda, he has remained conspicuously and indefensibly silent in the face of the genocide committed against the very population he was entrusted to defend since mid-2022, which involved the displacement of 111,000 people and burning of 6,000 houses. Such silence cannot be dismissed as caution or political constraint. It reflects a profound moral failure. When an elected representative refuses even to raise a question in Parliament while atrocities devastate his own constituency, that silence becomes complicity in suffering and even becomes collaboration in crime against humanity. This reality demands direct and unavoidable questions. How can a representative witness the destruction of his own people and remain silent? What ethical justification exists for refusing even the minimal duty of speaking in Parliament? If fear governs his actions, why has he not resigned rather than continue occupying a position of trust he does not exercise? Does his continued presence in the Parliament represent leadership or abandonment? Under such circumstances, presenting himself as a candidate for this district in the coming election is not merely flawed. It approaches a grave ethical breach for which accountability may ultimately be demanded at the appropriate time. If Professor Getnet Tadel and Sema Tirune once again occupy seats in the Parliament and the Council, respectively, it would serve as further evidence of the absence of a free and democratic election in Ethiopia. 4. Dr. Sema Tirune and Dr. Yilkal Kefale. Dr. Yilkal previously served as president of the Amhara region until August 2023. A notable and troubling aspect of this period, as alleged in this commentary, is that he operated under the direction of Melkamu Teshome, then administrator of West Gojam and one of the organizers of Fano. It is further alleged that the first Fano contingent, comprising approximately 800 armed and unarmed men, was encamped in Awi Zone, Ayehu Gogsa Woreda, specifically in Inavara Kebele, under Dr. Yilkal's authority. He is accused of abusing presidential authority to serve Fano. The location was reportedly selected for its strategic significance and perceived availability of resources to sustain Fano's long-term presence. According to these claims, Fano has not disappeared from the area but instead continues to exist in fragmented, smaller units. During the daytime, weapons are said to be concealed within surrounding houses, while at night the group allegedly rearms and engages in acts such as looting and abduction. Dr. Sema, originating from the same district as Professor Getnet, is criticized not only for failing to speak out against atrocities committed in his own district, but also for actions of alleged persecution of local self-defenders. Further commentary and evaluation may follow to address the question raised in the title of this commentary. Wishing you a pleasant time until we meet again in another commentary. Thank for watching Agau Media as well.